Greetings, fellow cigar box guitar enthusiasts. Del Puckett here, and in this video I'm going to show you how I tap in frets. Alright, so first off, you got to make sure that your fret slots are clean of any debris, sawdust, stain, anything that's in there is going to cause an uneven fret. Okay, and also the depth of these things has to be exactly right. So that's important. And if you want to see how I do my fret slots, you can watch this video. All right, so let's get started. All right, so the only tools you'll really need for this job here are some nice pair of wire cutters. Now, I was very fortunate in the fact that I found these at a garage sale. They're flat on this side, and the bevel is on the inside, right? So if you can find yourself some that don't have, it's hard to find these flat guys. Most of the ones they sell have bevels on both sides, and so if you can find them that's flat on this side, then snag those. The other thing is this hammer here. This one here has got a Teflon side on this side, and of course a brass side on this side, and I think I picked this up for like dirt cheap at Harbor Freight like 3 years ago, and man, this thing has really served me well. So that's pretty much all the tools you'll need for this fretting job. Of course, you know, filing it and dressing and all that stuff, that's later and stuff like that, but for tapping in the frets, that's all you really need. Okay, I usually use 3 of these 12-inch pieces of fret wire. And these are the fret wires that I use. And I start off with my headstock to my left. And the very first thing I do is I cut a little back angle. So I find the little tang, the little bottom part that sticks into the wood, and I cut it at a 45-degree angle back. Right, so I have this back angle here. And that's going to go to the bottom side, and I'll show you that here. Okay, so I usually work from left to right, and this is just my method. This is not like, I'm not saying this is the right way to do it or the wrong way to do it. I'm just saying this is how I do it. Okay, so maybe it's because I'm right-handed, I don't know. So I tapped this guy in again already, and you don't need to put any, you don't need to like really hit these things here. I just barely tap them in, and they go in. I don't use any glue for these things. My saw is 0.023 thickness, okay, and that's the exact thickness that you need for these slots, whereas you don't need glue, in my opinion. Okay, so what I do is I put the flat edge of these cutters against the back here. Now, even though it's flat, when I cut it, I still have that little back micro angle on my fret here. If I look at it real close here, I can see there's a back angle. So now I'm going to take that back angle and push it into the next fret slot, tap it, cut it, next one, tap it, cut it, next one, tap it, cut it. We're going to go back, and when I'm done with all this, and I usually grind off the excess on my grinder, and I'm left with these little guy, right? And so this little guy goes in this little jar here where I've been keeping little frets. So I got a little collection there of all my little frets. All right, and so when I'm done, I just go back and I give it a visual, and I make sure that all the frets are level and none are popping out. If I have to go back and remanage another one, I'll do that. Make sure that it's all smooth and flat, and you can tell. You can tell instantly. So anyhow, you're probably wondering why I do the reverse angle here on the bottom. And the reason being is because that's the part that you're going to be coming in contact with the most while you're playing. And so it's just kind of an insurance policy so that in the future, you know, should anything change like that, you're not going to get fret spike or these guys popping out, right? Once they're grinded and filed and sanded, smoothed, and dressed, right? It's just smooth, and you don't feel any of those little popping comes out. On the top side, I just file this one flat. And then, you know, you might have to go back, you know, occasionally or whatever and just, you know, refile it or whatever. But I have an insurance policy on the bottom here because of the reverse angle that I'm not going to have fret spike. So that's pretty much it. I know there's probably way better ways to doing this. This is kind of my own little hacked version that I kind of came up with out of necessity, right? And so with that, I will bid you adieu. All right, remember, 6 strings are 3 strings too many.